representative government and how that affected the rest of the West. So the representative government really got started in England. So England had the English Revolution, which led to Parliament having a share in national and political power.
Okay. So just stuff about representative government. It's uniting smaller empires as one, which leads to a perpetuated economy and single dominant nations. And Parliament decisively and permanently achieves major political power via the English Revolution, which is yeah.
And then the Parliament and the English that the English established kind of set the stage for what other nations kind of took their government off of. So, like for example, the American Revolution, when the United States went to set up their government, they took the basis of what they knew from the mother country, I guess, of England, and used that to form their own democracy. So basically, the field of political philosophy began to flourish, and thinkers developed theories about how democracy could work, as well as why it's important to have democracy versus a dictator or just a sole ruler. So the United States obtained their representative government through its ideas from England, and then the United States became the first representative government. So then democracy gradually took hold of the West despite violent rebellions, especially which were prevalent in like around Europe and France and stuff, but eventually all the neighboring countries kind of just took on to the idea of a democracy government.
Yeah. And another example is India, and Jawaharlal Nehru was the first Prime Minister of independent India, and he was one who established parliamentary government. And
so just a good background on Nehru, he was educated in England, which was where he obviously got the idea of this representative government and this democracy kind of idea, and when he returned to India after his schooling, he came with these ideas of democracy.
And he was also, so he, like Molly said, he got it from England, and he was also one of the principal leaders of India's independence movement in the 1930s and 40s, and that was freedom from England. And then after that, he was elected to be Prime Minister, and then he created the government.
And just kind of give you guys the timeline here. The establishment of Parliament happened after the English Revolution, so that was in the 1660s. Then the American Revolution was 1775 through 83, and then India's movement for freedom was during the 1930s and 40s. So this obviously had a lasting effect since it was established to somewhat recent history. So then another example of this would be in Africa. So most of Africa was under control of the British, therefore they inherited the parliament system. For example, in Ghana, Parliament was established in 1958, which is more recent than anything we talked about. They were given its own legislative council to advise the colonial governor in legislation to enhance peace and order and a good governance to the colonies.
And when the country gained independence in 1957, the Constitution was refashioned on the model of the Westminster system of Britain. So that's kind of like how it spreads from England to other countries.